Well, the literacy group is an excellent example about, oh gosh, I guess it was probably about 12 years ago. There were efforts made by United Way, the Austin American Statesman, and the Junior League to find out who's doing what in literacy, and believe me, literacy is defined in many ways, and bringing them together, and they did that, and ultimately there's now the Literacy Coalition, and there's the Basic Needs Coalition, and the truth is that if everybody's so worried about their own turf, then that means they forgot that we're here to make something in the world outside of us better. And I can only see, and I don't, I may need someone talking about all of them, but that y'all can only be better together.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you remain separate entities, at least you know what the other one's doing and that you can help this child, that we aren't as good at what you're doing.
And that's what I was saying, if you're not doing exactly the same thing, you guys do each, you're part of a pie then, and that there is an opportunity that there may be donors that want to just give to one, but there also may be donors that are so committed to autism that they want to ensure that all the areas of that particular, passion for them is being met. And, we had, it didn't come to fruition, but at one time we were having conversations with March of Dimes and Mother's Milk Bank, just because over 30% of the families that stay at Ronald McDonald House are preemie. And so we were like, okay, well, how do we, get together? And it wasn't like I'm worried about my donor's going to go to you. It was, what can we do? Now we fund through a grant Mother's Milk Bank, and Derek sits on the March of Dimes task force for the preemie program. So, there was different ways. It didn't come into, we thought, oh, we'll get together and do a grant or something, and it didn't work out, but you never know what's going to come out of that. And I would just encourage you to continue the conversation through the EDs or the development directors, program directors, and see what you might be able to come up with.
Okay. Just one more point. If you want to learn more about that, we've actually developed at Greenlights a competitive collaborative model.
Yeah.
There's a continuum from competition to extreme collaboration, and you may be anywhere on that continuum with any one of those organizations and need to be thinking strategically about that. We have, and a shameless plug, if you want to know more about capacity building and nonprofit strengthening, that workshop is one that we're doing next Thursday at the Convention Center at the Greenlights annual conference. I put some of these in the back. There are 18 different topics that you can learn about. That's one of them, and many others. So. Anyway.
Let me just close out by saying, remember, as a nonprofit, not only do you have the needs of your recipient services to consider, you need to consider the needs of your donors. Once again, I say put yourself in your donor's shoes. While someone might want to fund direct services for autism, someone else might really be turned on by research. And so rather than looking at it as a competitive marketplace, look at it as a smorgasbord that you're offering a donor or prospective donor to meet their needs.
Mm-hmm.